Welcome to day 2 of our ukulele class. I am so glad you're here. Well, today we are going to review what we did yesterday, and we are also going to learn a few new chords today and several new songs. By the end of today, you will know 7 songs. Can you believe it? 7 songs after 2 days of watching this ukulele class. So let's get going. Let's just review real quick while everyone's getting logged on the parts of our ukulele. We have the body at the bottom with the sound hole and the bridge. We have the neck with all the frets and 4 strings. And we have the head of the ukulele with the tuning pegs. So I hope you got your ukulele tuned up today. If you use Guitar Tuna or any other app, those are both great, or that's a great one, and there's other ones out there that are free as well. So let's review the chords we learned yesterday. Do you remember? If you have your red sticker on there, or your emoji sticker, or your horse sticker, or just a piece of paper taped on that's colored red, I'm going to hold it up to you here. Remember, it is 1, 2, 3 frets up, and on the first string. The first string is the one closest to your lap when you're holding it. So we're going to put it on our lap, and remember, we're going to stick that ukulele to your belly. You don't want it going down like this, because then it won't sound good, and it will be hard for your hand to play the chords. So remember to stick it on your belly, and you're going to put your finger on the red sticker, 1, 2, 3 frets up on the first string. Now remember, you have your thumb behind there to pinch it. So you're going to wiggle, 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 and pinch that. And you can test it out by plucking that one string. If it sounds a little like that, that means you need to wiggle, 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 and pinch it a little bit more. There you go, and it'll sound better. But we're going to play the whole C chord because you know that. We went over it yesterday. So you're going to wiggle, 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 pinch the C chord on the red sticker, and you're going to use your thumb and just drop it down the strings. There you go. So let's try our first song we learned yesterday was Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Let's try that together. We're going to review yesterday's songs and then move on to a new chord. So you're going to open up a whole new world of songs for you today. So let's try Row, Row, Row Your Boat. Pinch, pinch, wiggle, wiggle, pinch, and here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Bravo! You did a good job on that one. And then the other song we learned that was also just on the C chord, remember, 1, 2, 3 frets up, right in between the lines. You never want to push on the fret line or on that fret line. You want to push in between them. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then the first string. Just wiggle, 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 and pinch to make sure you get a good sound. Here we go. The farmer in the dell, oh, the farmer in the dell. The farmer takes a wife, the farmer takes the wife. Hi-ho, the dairy-ho, the farmer takes the wife. The wife takes the child, the wife takes the child. Hi-ho, the dairy-ho, the wife takes the child. The child takes the nurse, the child takes the nurse. for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will try to look between the comments and the camera and answer your questions for you. Now, the second chord we learned yesterday was the C7 chord. If you remember, that was the yellow sticker right here. So that is on the first fret, the first string. So we're going to try the C7. We're going to press the yellow string, or the yellow sticker, and wiggle, 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 and pinch it. And you can pluck it to see if you've got it well. And if it's a little muted, just wiggle, 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 and pinch some more. Drop your thumb down, and you've played the C7 chord. So, if you remember, we just did a little song, and we'll try it now, to practice going between the C chord and the C7. And I know a lot of you were practicing last night because I did get some videos sent to me and some pictures. And I love seeing how all of you were practicing and enjoying it. I hope you called your grandma and your grandpa and your aunt and uncle and friends and showed them what you were doing. So let's try going from the C, moving it down to the second fret and the first fret and back up. So we're going to practice moving along our fretboard. You ready? Let's go walking to C. Let's go walking to C. Let's go walking, let's go walking, let's go walking to C. How did that work for all of you? Pretty good? Now, we are going to do something super exciting. We're going to learn a new chord today. With the new chord, you are going to be able to play several songs. And we're going to go about 5 new songs today. So, if you have your stickers, get them out. And today we're going to use the green stickers. And we're going to learn the F major chord. I have a hair on my mouth. It's been bugging me. Let me get it off. I know you're not supposed to touch your mouth right now, but I did just wash my hands. So, for the F major chord, you're going to go to the first fret, and you are going to go to the 4th string. That's the one opposite the yellow sticker. And you are going to go down to the 2nd fret and down to the 3rd fret. And you're going to put your sticker right there. It's going to be opposite that red one right there. So I'm going to pull off a green sticker right now. There we go. And then we're going to stick it right in there. Can I do this while I'm not looking at it all the way? Let's see. We're going to stick it right there. So it should look like that. Oh, excuse me. I made a mistake. We all do. So please forgive me. You're going to take that sticker off. That is not the right spot for it. And if I can get it off. See, that's the great thing about stickers. You just throw it off. Whoo-hoo. It's still on my finger, but oh well. I'm going to take a new one because I totally messed that up. So welcome to live Facebook. Here we go. It's going to go on the 2nd fret. We're going to go up 1, 2 frets up and on the 1st string. So it's actually not opposite the red. I don't know what I was thinking. It's nerve-wracking doing these live videos. This is new for me. Stepping out of my comfort zone. Here we go. You might have to move the string over to get it under there. But here I got it on there. You can see that. You're going to go to the 1, 2, 2nd fret, and the string opposite the yellow and the red. Here we go. And then we're going to take, this one is an exciting chord. It's going to use 2 fingers. So you need a 2nd sticker. So get another green one if you have it. And this one is going to go, try to get it right the first time for you this time. It's going to go on the 1st fret, and then it's going to go right next to the yellow one. So it's going to go on the string right next, if that's the 2nd string. Remember, we count up from our lap on the string numbers. So let me get it under there. It takes kind of 2 hands to do it. There we go. So it should look like that. So we have it on the 1st fret, on the 1, 2, number 2 string, and then the 2nd fret on the number 4 string, opposite all those other colors. Now we are going to use, do you remember, we'll go over our finger numbers. When you hold up your number 1, when you say, oh, I'd like 1 ice cream cone, you hold up your number 1, that is your number 1 finger. And then we have our number 2 finger, our number 3 finger, and our number 4 finger. For this chord, we're going to start with our number 1 finger, and we're going to put it on the green dot right there. if you want to try just holding that one green dot and plucking that string, you want to see if you can not touch, because your tendency is going to be to pinch it like this, and then you will also be pinching this first string. You don't want to do that. That's going to not sound good. And if you actually do get it pushed all the way down, it'll change the chord and it won't be the right chord. So you want to have your finger up, let me see if I can, up high enough, not laying down flat, but up high. If you're an adult, you might actually need to trim your fingernails a little bit if you have really long nails. But you're going to want to just push that one string. So push that one string and then try plucking it to see if you got it. And then try plucking the first string to make sure you're not touching it, because if you're touching it, it'll sound like that. And if it sounds like that, you need to bring your finger up higher, to sit up higher. Use your thumb on the back to help you pinch and hold the neck. There you go. Now we're going to use your next finger, your middle finger, and you're going to reach over, and at the same time as holding this green one down, you're going to reach over and press that green one down. You see that? I have my two fingers on this green dot and on this green dot. It is very tricky, and it might be hard at the beginning. Trust me, it is. But as you practice, as I saw you guys practicing last night from all your videos that were sent in, you're going to practice and you're going to figure it out. And you have a lot of time right now since you're not supposed to be leaving the house. So you're going to press those two strings. You're going to take your thumb of your right hand and go down the strings. There you go. You have the F chord. Now you're going to want to make sure you're not making them flat down. That'll sound like that. You want them standing up nice and tall. Here we go. There you go. There's your F chord. And remember, nice and tall to your belly, and keep your fingers nice and tall. It's tricky. I know it is. It takes a lot of practice. When you see people on YouTube or wherever they are playing, they've been practicing a lot. So if you practice, you too can play it as well as that. So we are going to try our first song using two chords. So for this song, you're going to play the F chord, which we just learned right now. There you go. And then your pointer, you're going to lift up your middle finger, and you're just going to move your pointer finger over one dot to that C7. There you go. You see, it moves over to the C7, and then you're going to bring it back to the F. So you got to scoot that finger from the yellow dot back to the green dot and put down your other green dot. So let's try that a few times, moving from the F chord. So you strum the F chord, and then lift up your middle finger and move your pointer over to the yellow, over to the C7. In music, you use a lot of what they call 1 chords and 5/7 chords. That's the 1 chord and the dominant 7th. The 1 is in this song is the F. And then if you go up 5 letters in music. Remember yesterday I told you music went A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, or G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. So to count up 5 from F, you're going to go F, G, and then you go back to A, because we never go past G in music. We don't have any H or I or J or K. So you're going to go F, G, A, B, C. So the 5th chord for when you're playing in the key of F is the C. F, G, A, B, C. So we have our 1 chord, F, and then we're going to lift up your middle finger, move your right finger over to the 5th chord in that key, C7. So F over to C7. It is very tricky, I know, and you might get frustrated, and that's okay. Just keep practicing. And I'm going to put the sheets, actually they're already on there this morning, on our website. And on there you'll see there is a diagram of the F, where your first finger is in the 1st fret on the 2nd string, and your middle finger is on the 2nd fret on the 4th string. And then the C7, your first finger on the 1st fret on the 1st string. So if you get confused and you forget, you just have your mom or dad, or if you're an adult, print this out yourself, and you can look at the diagram to remember how it works. So let's try our first song. We're going to put the ukulele, stick it to your belly, put your pointer on the green and the middle one on the other green, and then you're going to start with the F. And we're going to go, let's see. I like to eat apples and then we're going to move to C7, bananas. I like to eat apples and back to the F, bananas. If you see, this song is very tricky because there's an easy way to remember when you change chords. You always change chords on the word bananas. So you stay on the same chord all the way until you get to bananas and switch to the next chord. And then you sing the song until you get to the word bananas and switch to the first chord. All the way to the word bananas, switch to the second chord. All the way to the word bananas, switch to the first chord. So this is a good song to practice switching between F and C7 because you always just switch on the word bananas if you forget. Or you can print it out. It's also on there. You'll see when you're looking at music, right above the word will be a letter. That's the chord. So above the first letter is F. And so you look over here and say, oh, yep, that's the F. I use my 2 fingers on the green and I play, I like to eat apples and, above the word bananas is C7. I switch to the C7. So that's how you read a music sheet if there's just lyrics and the chord above it. That's what it means. When you get to that word, you switch to that chord. When you get to that word, you switch to that chord. Okay? So you can print that out later and practice with it. But right now, we're just going to do it right now. It's pretty simple to remember because you just switch on the word bananas. So here we go. We're going to try to keep a steady beat. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. And then you can use all the verses from this song. We go through all the vowels, so you'll be practicing your English skills. Your English teacher will be happy. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. The second vowel is E. Here we go. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. Oh, I sound a little silly there, so I'm going to wiggle, 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 pinch. And our next vowel, A, E, I. I like to eat apples and bananas. I like to eat apples and bananas. And then A, E, I, O. Oh, love to apples and bananas. Oh, love to apples and bananas. You might have just seen my thumb had started to sneak out of the back, so I pulled it back in so I can pinch with it. A, E, I, O, U. Last vowel. Sometimes Y, but I don't use it in this song. Oot, to oot, apples and bananas. Oot, to oot, apples and bananas. Excellent job. If you were able to do that, give me a like or a love so I see that you were able to play that song along with me. Even if you weren't, that's okay. Give me a like or love and tell me that you tried. I would love to see that everybody is trying, and that's all I ask. And then later you can always go back and practice this one tonight. So we are going to do another song. I want to leave you with a bunch of songs you can play tonight so you're feeling really good about your ukulele playing. This one we're going to play in the key of F. And remember I talked about the C was the 5th chord in the key of F because we want F, G, A, B, C. Look at all you guys trying this out. Wonderful job. So we're going to go back to the key of C, which we played Row, Row, Row Your Boat in yesterday, the red one. We're going to go to this C, and we're going to play the 1 chord and the 4 chord. So if we count up from C, we're going to go C, D, E, F. So the 4th chord in the key of C is F. So we're going to start on the C, and then we're going to jump over here to the F, the new one we just learned. So let's try that a little bit. You play the C chord, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. You should have this one because we did this one yesterday, the C chord. And then you might have to look. That's okay. Look at your green stickers and put your fingers on the green stickers and play your F chord. There you go. So we're going to go from the F back to the C. Let's try that again. Let's start on the C, and then we're going to move over to the F like that. Pinch it. Remember, your first finger is on the 1st fret, the 2nd string, and your 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret, the last string, the 4th string. There you go. And then we're going to move back to the C. Now this song, we only use the F one time in the whole song. So most of the song is going to be played on C. And then right when we say pop, we're going to go to the F. And then we're going to move back to the C. So it's pretty comfortable. You can play most of the song all on C. And then just on the last line, we're going to pop that weasel and go to the F. And then move back to the C. See, so I have this one. I also have this one up online for you. Pop Goes the Weasel. And we're going to start on C. All the way through. All around the cowboy's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Only on pop do we go to F. And then back to C. So there's the plan for this song. And the diagrams of the chords are right here. So if you print it out, you can find those to remember. They'll be right next to the words, so you don't have to go searching around for it. So for this one, though, if you like, you can use your pointer finger on the C. Whatever is easier. I'm going to give you 2 options. You can either use the C with your pointer finger like we've been practicing. All around the coffee bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. And then go to the F. Pop goes the weasel. That's okay. Or if you get a little more advanced, you can use your ring finger. That's your, remember, here's your 1 finger, 2, 3. Use your 3rd finger, your ring finger, if you like, to push the red one. It's a little trickier, so you might not be ready for that today, but you can practice that tonight if you like, using your ring finger, because then you have these other 2 fingers ready to reach over to the F. You have to lift up your ring finger so you're not playing, otherwise it would be a different sound, a different chord. So you can do that, move to the F with your 2 fingers, then back to your ring finger. As you get more advanced, that'll be the way you do it so that you don't have to move your hand around as much. But if you're not ready for that, that's okay too. You can still use your pointer finger, your number 1 finger on the C, and then move to the F for the pop, and then back to the C. Whatever is easier. I will do it one way for you, and then I will do it the other way. Here we go. Let's start on the C. And remember, we're only going to the F when we say pop. You ready? All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Back to the F. Pop goes the, back to the C, weasel. Let's try it again. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. To the F. Pop goes the weasel. Oh, I like those loves. I'm glad you guys are getting it. I'm glad you're trying. Even if you haven't gotten it yet, that's okay. It's okay if you get frustrated. You just keep practicing. So now I'm going to show you with using your ring finger, your 3rd finger on the C. If you want to try that, if you're not ready, that's okay. Keep just using your pointer finger. But if you want to try your ring finger, try that now. And we'll go all around the cobbler's bench, the monkey monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Then your other fingers are ready just to push the F and lift up your ring finger. Pop goes the, back to the C, weasel. All around the cobbler's bench, the monkey chased the weasel. The monkey thought 'twas all in fun. Pop goes the weasel. Well done. I'm glad you guys are trying this. I'm so excited. You're learning a new instrument while you're in your house this week, keeping safe and healthy. So let's move on to our next song. Our next song, we're going to use the F that we just learned today. There you go, the F. You're going to give it a few strums just to get your fingers used to it and practice. Remember, one finger, your pointer finger, your number 1 on there, and your number 2 up here. Here we go. And this song we're going to do is Are You Sleeping? And I have that one printed up for the on the website as well. This one, we're going to do it in the key of F. So the key of F, remember, then we went to the 5 chord, which was 7. F, G, A, B, C. The 5 chord is a C7. So we're going to start on F. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, morning bells are ringing, ding. And on the second ding, you're going to go to the C7. Ding. Back to the F, dong, ding, ding, dong. But most of the song is on the F. Just on the second bell ringing do we go to the C7. Okay. I'm glad we have some people saying they got it. Wonderful. So we're going to practice moving between those 2 chords because that's different. It might actually be a little bit easier because the C7 is right next to the F. So you're going to play the F. Got it, wiggle, 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 and pinch to make it nice and clear. And then you're just going to use your pointer finger, your number 1 finger. You're going to lift up your middle finger. And you're going to wiggle your pointer finger over just one to the yellow and then back to all the greens. Let's try that a few times, just going back and forth. We're going to go F, move the top finger over to C7, and back to F. There you go. Let's try it a couple times to get used to rocking back and forth. We're going to go F, rock to C7, back to F. Here we go. F, rock to C7, and back to F. Good, I'm glad you guys are getting it. Here we go. F, C7, and F. So remember, the only time we're going to go to C7, we're going to stay on F, almost the whole song. Just when the bell rings the second time in each line, we will go to the C7, and then back to the F. Here you go. Are you sleeping? Hit that like button so I know you guys are trying it. And if you got it, hit the love button. Or if you're just really excited about it, you can hit the love button too. Let's try it a few more times. You ready? Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, ding. Excellent job. Well done. So we are going to move on to our next song, but don't you worry, we're not going too fast because the next song is almost exactly the same as the song we just did. My kids go to a school where some of the kids there are learning French while they are going to school there. And that's where this whole ukulele class idea started. the parents were asking, what are we going to do with our kids while they have to stay home from school? And so I said, well, why don't we learn how to play the ukulele? But then it kind of took off from there. People were passing it on to their friends and passing it on to their friends. And it went from just about 10 people at their school to over 8,000 people saw the post about the ukulele class. So that's super exciting and a little bit scary for me because I'd never done such a thing. And I thought, what have I gotten into? But here we are, you're here, and I am glad. So the second song, with a shout out to the kids at my kids' school, is Frere, Jacques. And so it's just the same as Are You Sleeping, but in another language. So we're going to start on the F, and then on the second bell toll, we will go to the C7 on each line. So you just wait till the bells toll, and on the second one, you're going to go to your C7. But we will sing it in French. For all those Richland kids out there, you ready? Frere, whoop. Maybe you know what? I'm an alto, so it is kind of hard also for me to sing this high. But we're all moving out of our comfort zone this week, aren't we? Frere, Jacques, Frere, Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonne-les matines, sonne-les matines, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Frere, Jacques, Frere, Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonne-les matines, sonne-les matines, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Now I have an idea, it just came to me now, so we're going to try it. We're going to sing it, Are You Sleeping? Frere, Jacques, Are You Sleeping? So we can combine the two languages in one song, because it is the same song, just different words. And you will see that in another song we're singing later this week. There are 3 songs with exactly the same tune that was written a long time before anyone, even your grandparents, even your great-grandparents were born, even your great-great-grandparents were born. And there are 3 songs that are exactly the same tune, but completely different words, and we will do that later in the week. So if you want to be thinking about that trivia question, what song is the same as 2 other songs and uses the exact same tune that was written before any of us were born in a country, well, we're in the U.S., so in a country not in the U.S., and so you can give that a thought. If you know that, maybe just keep that in your head, or you can write it down on the comments if you like, if you want to share it with everyone. But anyways, let's play Are You Sleeping, then switch to Frere, Jacques, and back to Are You Sleeping. Here we go. Let's play our F chord. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Frere, in one. And I appreciate you giving me the confidence to sing high, which I don't usually do. I know some people out there like Darcy, she probably can do it, and Charity if she's online with that. So, but for me, who actually my main instrument was piano when I went to college, we have to step outside of our comfort zone and sing up higher sometimes, or down lower if that's harder for you. So, our next song, we have done 4 songs already today. We have done Apples and Bananas. We have done Pop Goes the Weasel. We have done Are You Sleeping? And we have already done Frere, Jacques. So 4 songs all in one day, brand new songs. And we have one more song for you today, which is Itsy Bitsy Spider. We're going to use the F chord right here. And we're going to use the C7 just like we used in our last song. And back to the F. Let's see. I think Dan is getting close on the song that is 3 songs in one. He has 2 of the songs right. But the other one, Happy Birthday, is not part of it. So Happy Birthday was written actually not that long ago. And so you're going to have to keep thinking. But it does involve Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, like Dan says, and the alphabet song. But there is one other song that goes with those 2 songs that are exactly the same. And so here we go. We're going to do the Itsy Bitsy Spider. And that one is also on the website with F and C7. This one you're going to change a little bit more. You're going to Itsy Bitsy Spider climbed and then move to C7 and then up to F. So this one you're going to switch a little more. So it will be more difficult. I guarantee you it'll be a little bit harder because you're moving more. But don't worry, you just keep practicing it. And send me those pictures and videos tonight. I would love to see it. You ready? Here we go. The itsy bitsy, let's see. Itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and it washed the spider out. Out came the sun and it dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. I have a lot of funny faces and a lot of surprise faces coming. This is a lot of moving between F and C7. I do love the hearts as well, but I get you. If you are saying, this is crazy, or there's no way I can do this. I get it. You can do it. You just have to keep practicing. We are only on day 2 of a brand new instrument. So cut yourself some slack. You will get it. Just keep practicing. Put your fingers on the F and then practice rolling over to the C7 and then back to the F. So we will try it again. So if you notice, it's kind of at the end of each long line. It goes to the C7 and then back to the F. And then it goes on the F for a while, back to the C7 and back to the F. Here we go. Itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and it washed the spider out. Out came the sun and it dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. You will see my thumb kind of snuck out there. So even me, I need to practice it. Get that thumb back behind the neck so that because also if your thumb is back there, your fingers are going to lay down on the strings and then it'll get all muted and it won't sound like you want to sound. So if you bring the thumb back behind the neck, it'll help your fingers here stand up straighter so they're not hitting the other strings. Because if they hit the other strings, then you get it like that. If you want them nice and tall, then it'll sound better. There you go. Let's try the Itsy Bitsy Spider one more time. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and it washed the spider out. Out came the sun and it dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Well done. I am glad you stuck with me through it. Keep practicing tonight. If you want to print out these papers with the diagrams to help you remember, because sometimes you forget. Even sometimes me on some of the trickier chords that I haven't played in a while, I have to go back and remember, oh, what does this chord look like? So if you want to print those out, we have those up for you on our website, which is www.McKeemusictherapy.com. McKee is M-C-K-E-E, just like in our Facebook profile name. So you're going to have to go to a special page that is not there for everybody, though. It is just for the people that are listening to this and looking on our Facebook. I'll post it on one of the postings there so you have it. Because you're going to have to go to a special page. So go to www.McKeemusictherapy.com and then /activities. if you go to the /activities, that's where all the songs are. It has yesterday's songs and it has today's songs, and you can print them out with the diagrams. So McKee, MCKEE, musictherapy.com /activities, and you can get those songs there. So tonight, I want you again to FaceTime or Skype Grandma and Grandpa and all your friends, all those friends from school that you haven't seen in a couple weeks. I don't know how long you've been out. My kids have been out for a while now. I think we're on our second week. And we're told we're at least not going back till May 1st. So call your friends, Skype them, FaceTime Grandma and Grandpa, and show them your songs and practice today. Come back tomorrow, because tomorrow what we're learning tomorrow. We're going to learn another chord, and you're going to learn a song that you will not believe you can play already in your third day of playing the ukulele. So make sure you come back tomorrow, same time, same place, practice, and send me your pictures and videos. I'd love to see you guys practicing and how good you're getting along. Have a good day. Stay healthy.